what do you think happened? So it's the actual, like, okay, brain, we're going to speak and we're going to learn how to get through this, and we're safe, right? Because our brains are meant to stay safe. So they freak out, like standing in front of a lot of people talking and winging it. Yeah, that's, that you want to have some preparation. So this is a build, a slow build, and that's why it's designed the way that it is, with the world-class foundations set in stone for us to use as standards and kind of guideposts along the way. So I think that this is so fun and exciting. It's an exciting opportunity to bring a global community together, and for, honestly, communication in 2026. There's nothing that you should be investing your time and energy and money into outside of that. Learning how to communicate your value, your narrative with AI, learning how to leverage that, not get lost in the overwhelm, and really fine tune your message and how you communicate, how you show up with people, because that's going to translate into every single relationship in your life.
Absolutely. I love this because you keep going back to foundation and how we're going to be laying the foundation and these building blocks we're having. In my framework, my grandfather taught me when I was a 12-year-old kid. He said, Kenny, what's in your well comes up in the bucket. And so that's where my whole coaching practice has been premised off of. But one thing I know is you have to know your well, or know the well. In that well, that what you just said a minute ago, imposter syndrome, beliefs, values, all those things. I can't do this. I can't. I mean, there's those words that are there. But what I understand is you have to own your bucket. Know the well, but own your bucket. Because when it's leaking, it's got cracks. What is it leaking? Is it leaking from that I can't do this, or that I've been told all my life that I'm not worth anything and I'm not good enough to do this, and so therefore I can't do this? I've already resolved that in my mind. Well, that's back in the well. So you got to go back in the
Yes.
well and you got to replace some of those things with truth to now own your bucket with something that's now very, very different, so you can show up differently.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that, because we need to very clearly lay some foundations here. And this is where I get tough. In this room, we have no stinking thinking. Like,
Hmm.
you get bounced out real quick. You get truth tell. Like, there's a truth teller situation
Yes,
happening here when we have any kind of stinking thinking in the atmosphere. Okay. So it's a safe place. But if you've never been called higher,
yeah,
if you're not used to being in rooms with people and with an inner circle that's going to call you higher, then this is going to be a new experience for you. But let me tell you that the good stuff happens when you work for it a bit, and the mature fruits of the spirit happen after some build.
absolutely. Absolutely. And if you work for it and you do, then guess what? You're putting in your well, and that well is going to be something very different, because what you're drawing from, what comes up in that bucket is much, much different. And you're going to learn some confidence. I mean, I would say this even as much. You're going to get a little swag, or you're going to have a little bit of a swag to you, right? I mean, you're
Oh,
going to, and it's not like you're arrogant. It's just that all of a sudden something's just different. And you're bringing that to the people, because you realize, just like a while ago, you said, hey, your eyebrows lifted. You're going to see the reactions different. You're going to see them look a little different. They're going to
yeah.
sit up closer to you, and now you know that the connection's happening. Now you know this where you can make the greatest difference.
Let me tell you, I think that I have this unique ability to, like, pick out talent and the uniqueness that people have. And we all have a very specific God given uniqueness factor.
Mm,
And so in this class, in this course, this body of work, we pull this out of you. So I don't know about you, Coach Kenny, but, like, I care about the color scheme, right? We all got skin tones and we've got colors that we're going to match them. And there is a whole aspect to showing up and shifting the room, owning the room, right? Owning, making sure that the bucket that you're holding while you're owning the room is not leaking. And so there is a self awareness aspect to this. There is
Mhm.
an understanding of wiring aspect to this. There is a regulation on the go hack system aspect to this.
Yeah.
There is a getting your storytelling and understanding how to craft storytelling and frameworks and what works for you. There is this is like a whole holistic view and approach to
Mhm.
tackling communication weaved within John's work and just timeless principles and laws. I'm so excited to be able to just get to work and get started on these stories. And so, is there any parting words, Coach Kenny, that we want to leave our crew as as we finalize the foundation pouring?
I think we're good, and we're going to be together over the next several weeks to lead up to that
Yep.
launch on May 7th. Have I got the date right?
It's May
May
5th.
5th. May 5th.
Cinco
Okay.
de Mayo. You better have the guacamole or
Hey, we're
else
gonna have
I'm not
guacamole.
coming.
I love it. May 5th. Yes, May 5th. So here's the deal. And all they've got to do is say, I want to invest in myself.
Yeah.
You're worth the investment. And you never know what this one opportunity that is presenting itself will do for you long term. You don't know where it'll take you. You don't know what's going to be up leveled in your life. You don't know what's going to be elevated. Maybe it's in your marriage, maybe the communication with your kids. You take this back to your church's place of faith. You go into your boardrooms and things are different. Now, all of a sudden, now maybe some other opportunities open up, and now you never
Yeah.
thought you would move out a certain role. Now you're elevated into something very, very different. When you get in the room
Mhm.
and